Let's turn our attention to our panel tonight. I'm so happy to be joined by Ali Clark, breakfast show host on Mix 102.3 in Adelaide, my town of birth, my old hometown, and Katie Wolf, Mix 104.9 host in Darwin. Honest answers from both of you. Which one of you's got Taylor Swift anxiety tonight?
Man, I'm going to tell you, if I had $1 for everybody that had come out, no, seriously come out, I've had bullies from school who used to bully me come out, presuming that I can get them tickets just because I work on a radio station. And this is crazy. And I tell you what, there is a lot of pressure on a lot of phone dialing and a lot of internet clicking. There's going to be so many people disappointed.
Katie, I was with my eldest daughter yesterday. She's 26-year-old. She won't mind me saying that.
Yep.
She said, Dad, I saw you on TikTok on the weekend. I said, I'm not even on TikTok. What are you talking about? She said, no, you were on the project on Friday night and you promised to give one of the co-hosts tickets to Taylor Swift. Why won't you give me tickets? I said, I can't get them. Where am I going to get them from?
Well, that's how we're all feeling. So unless you're a Visa customer, I think it was this morning, or was it Amex? I can't even remember which
Amex.
one. And you were prepared to spend $900. Yeah, unless you're prepared to spend that $900, well, you weren't going to get your hands on any tickets today. And it seems as though they've clamped right down. You know, when you work in radio and TV land, sometimes you're able to get your hands on free tickets, but it doesn't look as though it's going to be the case this time round with Taylor. And I've got a very disappointed 12-year-old girl who would love to go, but a mum who's staying firm that I'm not spending $900 on a ticket to see Taylor Swift.
Yeah, no, I think they'll come down a bit in price once they open it up to the general public. But Ali, can you explain to a man in his late 60s who doesn't quite get the Taylor Swift thing? I've been trying to work that out all day long. Why is she so huge?
Oh, I don't know. To put it in terms you might understand, Steve Price, Rolling Stones combined with the Beatles, very, very cool, amazingly sexy, but they're not angsty enough. And then the parents, you know, it's a whole cacophony of things. And when it comes down to it, there is only 450,000 tickets available to our country and also New Zealand. Remember, she's not doing any shows there either. So it is, I don't know, she's just a behemoth. I've been trying desperately to tell my tweens to get onto the Foo Fighters, but they're just as hard to get, it seems, at times as well, those tickets.
Two best concerts I ever saw, both at Memorial Drive in Adelaide. Rolling Stones in 1971 or 2, and I saw Led Zeppelin there as well. I mean, seriously, Taylor's got nothing on these people. Have you got any cash in your wallet, either of you girls?
I think I do have some cash in my wallet. I usually have about $50 in there, but you would have needed it today, wouldn't you, Steve?
Well, the reason I asked that, I mean, the Commonwealth Bank went down. I was listening to Talkback Radio in Melbourne during the day, and incredibly, there was people turning up at petrol stations, filling up their car as you do these days, and then you just wander into the counter with your credit card and you buy a couple of chocolate bars, a bottle of water, and you tap it and go on your way. But they couldn't pay for petrol because the EFTPOS was down. It just shows you how far post-COVID that we've gone to getting rid of cash, Ali.
Technology is great until it isn't, right? And I absolutely would have been one of those things. Even though I'm a very late adopter, I put my hand up. I actually still use my street directory because I've got trust issues with the Google lady. I think I can go faster than her. But I absolutely would have been one of those people that would have had to leave. I'm not lying. My firstborn would have been left at the petrol station. My secondborn would have had to be left at Woolworths until I guess I walked into a bank and then had to find my ID, which would have been it was a hell of a mess.
Katie, I'm such a troglodyte, I still write cheques occasionally for things, but this just shows you how far we've gone. None of us have cash anymore.
Yeah. No, that's exactly right. I mean, most of us would just walk in with our phones. A lot of people don't even have their cards, their physical cards anymore. You're literally just walking in with your phone. Some people even your smartwatch and you're just clicking and going. But there's even some shops post-COVID, and I am very good at shopping, who won't even allow you to pay with cash anymore. They're all about using your credit card, all making sure that you're using your technology. So it would have been a really tough day for all of those retailers as well, trying to make sure that they're able to, to continue with their business. And imagine them working, behind the counter somewhere, and you've got all these people coming in, they're ordering, they're not able to pay. It would have been a terrible situation, not just for customers, but for a lot of those business owners as well, I would imagine.
Ali, this was all supposed to fix the black economy. I've got some doubts that it is. From personal experience, there's an ATM in the town that I live in, and I was standing there waiting to use it the other day. The bloke in front of me was a well-known Australian businessman. He was taking out cash. I was taking out cash. The bloke behind me was taking out cash. I said to these two blokes, why don't you just use your credit cards? Why do you need cash? First bloke said, oh, I've got to pay the gardener. The second bloke said, I've got to pay the cleaner. Someone else was paying the painter. So clearly this is not helping stamp out the black economy at all.
Ooh, somebody's doing well, painting and cleaning and gardening. I can't even pay my kid their pocket money. So I know exactly what you mean. And it's always when you need it most that you go, right, I can't do anything about this. And Katie, I'm like you. I've got to that stage where I don't even have my card on me. So, it's all well and good until it fails. And then you sit there and we jump up and down and we say, damn you banks, damn you technology. But then we jump back on, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny though as well, like when you look at the kids and you're trying to teach children value for money, but then when you're using your phone constantly and then like that's the way of the world these days, it's much harder, I reckon, to actually teach your children to value money. If you give them $10 and you're like, well, that's your lunch money for today, you can spend it how you see fit. But at the end of the day, you're not getting any more. And it's like, I think it's it's getting tougher to sort of teach your children to really have that value for money when so much of what we do is online.